I cannot believe this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Talk to me. Talk to me.
We are here, combo breaker. Are you guys waiting for some Tekken 8?
We most certainly are. How did Rip get there front and center? You weren't that, bro. Is that? Is he dressed as Anna? What's going on here? Hold on. I know that ain't who I think it is. Dressed as Anna Williams. You entirely too brolic to. You know what, man? It's 2026. Ooh! They ain't even gonna get on stage and yap to us first and straight into it. Just straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Season 3, new character. Baby girl. Guest character. It is a guest character. They're actually doing it. Y'all won. Y'all won. I cannot believe this. I can't believe y'all actually won. Wow. 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 New stage looks really cool.
Yujiro coming.
Combo breaker.
Y'all
gonna tell me that was not hype, bro. Y'all gonna tell me?
It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. It's not for me, but you know what? I know a lot of y'all are happy. It's most certainly not for me, but I know a lot of you guys out there are very happy and very excited. So I went into this knowing that I most likely was not going to be excited or hyped for whoever it was if it was a guest character, because like there just isn't anybody I wanted to see. But yeah. So Yujiro Hanma is the 4th and final DLC character for Season 3 of Tekken 8. As expected, it was in fact a guest character, which is why it was not initially shown with the lineup of Kunimitsu, Roger Jr., and Bob. And as you could probably gather from my initial reaction and impression, it's not for me. It's not for me. Shout out to all the people for all these years who have wanted to see Baki or Yujiro in Tekken. I feel like this has been one of the most requested characters to have as DLC, aside from Kiryu and Tifa. Like those are like the big 3 of guest characters I feel like I've seen since Tekken 7 that people want to see in the game. Tifa, Kiryu from Yakuza, and then Baki or Yujiro, either one. But people have always just said like a Baki character, right? I believe years ago there was even like a fan-made like leak trailer, whatever, that was like a fake announcement for Baki being added to Tekken 7, if I want to say, or was it Tekken 8? I don't remember. If I can find it, maybe I'll throw it up on screen or something like that, or link in the description down below, something along those lines. But yeah, it's funny because right before this announcement, you know, obviously people were asking me like, who would you want to see, who are you expecting, anyone that you want, I've been getting asked for years about DLC characters and guest characters, and obviously for a while now about who I'd want to see as the final character. And y'all know me, if you've been watching my content at all, I really don't care much for guest characters, especially the ones in Tekken, because I feel like since Tekken 7 with Akuma and Geese and Noctis and Negan and Clive, it's just I think Tekken does a really good job of implementing these characters and making them look cool to people who don't play Tekken but like whatever thing that these characters are from. I don't think they do a very good job of appealing to most Tekken fans. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people who did think characters like Gisuru Akuma were cool, but I think the general consensus from most players is that like, ugh, why are these characters in my game? And that's how I feel about them all the time. And that includes like Clive right now in Tekken 8, where it's just like why is he here? And you know, I played Final Fantasy 16, never finished it. Partially out of spite at this point because of how much I dislike Clive and Tekken, but it is what it is. The point is, it's not for me, but that's okay because everything doesn't have to be for me. You know, I'm glad those who've always wanted this character are excited for it, looking forward to it. It is a bit odd though, I will say, because it feels a bit, the guest characters previously are like much bigger, and maybe I'm underestimating the popularity of Baki as a series. But when I think of like, you know, again, like, well, Geese Howard, I guess, was pretty neat, like in comparison, right? But Akuma, and then obviously Noctis from Final Fantasy, Clive was again series Final Fantasy, and then you have Negan from The Walking Dead, which that series is huge, right? So I just feel like these other guests that have been in the game have been like much bigger. But I guess this one you could say is like for the fans, so to speak, because it's been so highly requested, and I guess that had to be the biggest driving force, right? So, you know, how it's going to perform or how he is going to perform sales wise and popularity wise, who knows? And I guess as far as character uses, that's going to greatly depend on how good the character is, right? That's usually the case, or at least how cool they're implemented. But yeah, I've never read Baki. I've never watched Baki. Honestly, I probably won't ever get into the series because from what I've seen from, you know, manga panels on Twitter and different clips or whatever, I don't think it's a series that I would enjoy very much. I don't think it would be for me. So that being said, I have zero plans or intention of ever playing this character or even trying him out when he gets released, if I'm being completely honest with you. So if you're hoping for that or looking forward to that, for me, bad news, I probably won't go near him with a 39.5 foot pole. Just keep it in the stack. Very much not a me thing, you know what I'm saying? I think I said during my stream, was like, hey man, this dude is about to be the fusion of Fang, Bakuram, and Akuma. So in other words, he about to be ugly as fuck. But I hope he's really cool for people who are fans of Baki, and whoever that target audience is, because it's certainly not myself. It is funny though, because he is somebody that I didn't think would ever actually be added to the game. I didn't think a Baki character would ever make it in, because I was like, I just don't think it's popular enough. I just don't think. I also just like, I didn't think like anime characters would ever make it into Tekken. And before the reaction, people were asking me like, oh, would you want to see like a Trunks or Yoruichi, or, you know, just naming like random anime characters. I'm like, no, like I don't want to see any anime or manga characters whatsoever of any kind, whether I like them or not, in the game. And well, here we are. But again, it's not all about me, but just giving you guys some of my extra thoughts and impressions on the situation. But like I said, hopefully he's cool for the people who are into him in the series. I don't really know anything about him, but that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit the video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all those content I'm bringing you. With all being said, that's pretty much all for today. And remember, nothing could happen to you, swing the bat. Later.